All right, quick video. No, seriously. Super seriously, I mean it this time. Joe, you said you're going to be a half hour at work. Why 2.5 hours? Yeah, I don't know. All right. No, seriously. Zero Hedge caught this. I caught this early this morning. Big Swear caught this early this morning. They said Zero Hedge. Somebody puked $1.5 billion of notional gold, and the selling continues. In other words, someone decided to drop $1.5 billion in paper derivatives contracts. So here's the chart that shows you what happened at approximately 8:40 a.m. this morning. And this would be the equivalent of, if you don't have your stops in place, oops, margin call. Now, there's a problem here. And the problem is, let's see if we can zoom in on this chart for a second. The problem is that you see this little red line right here? Red line means it's going down. When you see a red line that's straight down, as opposed to, for example, this one over here, little bit of a straight line down, then it goes off to the side, goes down some more, goes off to the side, goes down, side, right? That's when buyers come in. So in other words, if you had your stops in place and you were in right here, you opened the contract up and then the market started going down. Right here, you had some stops in place. It would be triggered right in here. It goes down some more. And again, there's some room here for your stops to trigger if it went even lower. What this red line going straight down signifies there's no buyers, only a large, gigantic, enormous sell order. $1.5 billion worth. Which would mean potentially all your stops were just hit. No stops here. There isn't a stop because no one's buying. Next, down, 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 down. Oh, finally we got some down here, right here. Okay, sir, we liquidated your contract, but you owe us God knows what in margin call because the price went down so fast. And you want to know the beauty, which not really beauty, today's opposite day. The beauty of this is if immediately after this red line goes down and you had stops put in place like up here, they're not triggered. I mean, they're going to try to trigger, but nothing's going to happen because there's no buyers. So, okay, sir, we tried to sell it at this price. It's all automated, computerized. No buyers. Sorry, couldn't sell. Down here, we kept trying. Finally, way the hell down here, we had some buyers. Your stops were triggered. However, your account's now in the negative. We need some, few $1,000 that you just lost to put your account back where it needs to be. And in this example, if you saw literally moments or minutes later a green line signifying the price going up, which is what these green lines do, and it went all the way up, all the way back up, like right where my mouse is, like literally 5 minutes later, maybe even sooner, maybe a minute later, for God's sakes. Right here, green line went all the way back up, you still got that margin call. You can't argue, man, but a minute later it went right back up, man. Come on. Sorry, sir, it's all automated. The computer system sold. You had your stops in place. The price went down. Your stops tried to get triggered. There was no buyers. Kept going down. The system's trying to liquidate your position. It still can't because no buyers are there. Went down even farther. Way down here, we finally had some buyers, and your stops were triggered. Okay, but that's miles away from where my stops were supposed to be triggered. We understand that, sir, but if there's no buyers in the market, your stops can't be triggered. That's what I was told in 2008 when silver was $21 or $20, somewhere around there, and got nailed with a little red line kind of like that, down to $17 or so. Email, automatic email, margin call, your account's in the red, yada, yada, yada. It's cleaned out. It's not just in the red. It's done. I pick up the phone. I'm trying to talk to the guy. What the hell just happened? I have stops in place. Yeah, but sir, the way they work, there has to be buyers at that level when the stops are triggered. If there are no buyers, it keeps going down and down and down until some buyers are found somewhere. Then it will liquidate. So it will liquidate as soon as it possibly can. at the highest level it possibly can. But if there's no buyers from $20 down to $17, sorry. That is what happens when the club is in charge and they have all the paper derivatives contracts, 300 to 1, 500 to 1. As I say, 1.5 times, whatever it is, the world's annual supply of precious metals is sold sometime. There's been times where the entire year's annual supply of precious metals, gold or silver, were sold like in the same day, within minutes. Just this massive, ungodly order hits the markets. Do you really think there's some single entity that is actually owning gold and decides one day, let's say 8:40 Eastern time, dump $1.5 billion worth today. Let's just get rid of that freaking old relic. Yeah, but all the central banks own it. They're holding it. China's still buying. Russia's buying. India's buying. 1.5 billion. Just sell it. That's because they don't sell gold. They don't sell silver. They sell pieces of paper that allegedly represent silver, but they actually don't represent silver. What it really is like a derivative is a bet on something else's bet, like a bet on a bet. So that's the chart. That's what we needed to see today. That's gold, by the way, not silver. You can see through here, zero hedge, but gold is outperforming silver now as the ratio surges back towards the pre-Brexit levels. Back to 71 to 1. Or, as far as gold goes, 71 to 1. 71 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. As we detailed earlier, it made perfect sense. Someone just decided, in keeping with their fiduciary duty, 8:40 Eastern time was the perfect time to unleash $1.5 billion of gold notional into the futures markets. Over 10,000 contracts dumped in 1 minute. Completely normal. Nothing to see here. CFTC, 10,000 contracts at one time. What does that mean? Does that mean there's a whole bunch of people? Well, this guy had 500, that guy had 200, that guy had 100, that guy had 50, that guy had 10. If that's the case, how the hell did they all sell at the same time within the 1 minute time span? No. This was a single entity. Even if it's on paper, well, no, there was three entities. And you find out, which the only way you would find out is through a lawsuit. Who is entity A, entity B, and entity C? Oh, it's really the same club. Oh, it just looked like it was three people. It's really the same entity. Kind of like the news. Oh, I was watching Fox News today and there's a story. Oh, yeah, I was watching MSNBC. I was watching CNBC. I was watching... bozos, all of those say Associated Press. Or Reuters. So all of you bozos arguing over which news story you saw today, which is essentially the same story, it's all from one source. Reuters or AP. That's the only two sources they come from. Same thing. Just like these contracts. One source. Trust me, it's one source hammering it. No gold was moved. No gold was actually sold. It was pieces of paper that were sold. Bets. Legalized gambling is what this is. And the biggest pockets aren't the crime family syndicates of past. It's the banksters. It's the federal government in collusion with the banksters. I just want to show you what that chart shows. How they can literally click of as Big Swear says, with a click of a mouse button, they could set the price of silver or gold at $1 million an ounce, or they can set it down to zero. They could sell all that paper they have in 1 day or 1 hour or 1 freaking minute and completely destroy the price of precious metals. Likewise, they can not sell their huge positions and just hold on to them like they did in 2011 and let gold go to $1,900 and let silver go to $49. Notice how I said they let it go there. Now it's time to pull the rug out. Let's teach these MFers. Do not play with that precious metal. That's ours, not theirs. They're going to get cleaned out. Call in the Cobra, JP Morgan Chase. Cobra speaking. It's go time. Take both the markets down. No, that's not enough. Not enough. Big, yeah. We want to make it. We want to make a point. Scare them off of that forever. Got it. All right, take care. 49, 45, 40. Oh my God, into the 30s. Oh my God, what just happened to silver? But it didn't work. Here we are several years later, and there's still a ton of people buying precious metals. So what the hell are they doing today? Oh, 1.4, which, again, you'll see this video tomorrow, but unbelievable. Anyways, got another video to do. Take care.